So you find yourself, like I do, so now I'm speaking to both of us. We find ourselves in these material bodies, in this material world, living, years passing, our lives are passing. We have so many little things to deal with, so many little things to do, to procure a living and to go on living, to keep our health, to somehow keep things together and hopefully acquire all our dreams, etc. Or perhaps if you're from another place, not America, it might be that the aim of your life is to pray a lot and be very spiritual. Whatever your situation may be, we do all face some similar things, like the struggle for existence and impending death and the current situation on Earth which surrounds all of us, the environmental situation between countries, the ongoing reality of war on Earth, things like famine, drought, genocide, all kinds of issues. And we face all these things together, and our own personal lives are full of little torments like the onset of diseases or increasing old age and the approaching of death, things that could give us anxiety. So it is in facing all these things that we are called to spiritual consciousness. The mind, which is how our life as souls shows up in the material world, our mind is where we live most of the time with our consciousness. We are in our thoughts, in our heads. Our heart is pumping, our lungs are breathing, everything's working, and we're experiencing life in our minds, looking out through our eyeballs, or with our eyes closed, we're thinking inside our heads. What am I? Who am I? What's going on? What do I have to do? All these things. When we think correctly and use our best intelligence, our best intuition, and inference capability, it is then that we can guide our minds best. And that is what we should do. We should endeavor to learn what is the overriding spiritual truths of life. And with that knowledge, guide our mind, control our mind, and thus think in a happy way. And what is that way? It is as souls. There is no better explanation for life than the one which says, you are an eternal soul, reincarnating through many lifetimes, that there is a plan from the higher source that is guiding things. So then, what is the purpose of everything? The purpose, after all the thinking and knowing, for all of life, for the earth, for the universe, is to teach souls what they are, to teach them how to be eternal living beings, angels, godlike, heavenly, eternal, living. So the greatest, simplest greeting is to life, or forward in life, or onward to life. Life, living, eternally, happily. How is that possible? It's possible when every living being sees every other living being as equal to themselves. Then we will treat each other as ourselves, and thus we will all live. None will die. We will all provide for each other. Everything will be in harmony. That is the aim of life, to teach us to come to the place of harmony with each other, all souls as one, yet separate individuals, functioning as one, together caring for each other, loving each other, as we love ourselves. Simple. And all the lessons we go through, all the pain we go through, is to teach us this, to bring us to this point. We may have to be brought to our knees if we are full of ego, which is separative and harmful to others. If we are full of anger, frustration, and pain, that shall have to be fixed. That is what life, temporary life, is for. Temporary life in these bodies is full of painful lessons, difficult things. And what those do is teach us what is true and what is right. A lot of life is simply designed to humiliate and humble us, to bring us to the point where we are cooperative, not combative.